Today at 4:30, the family of a juvenile is set to receive more than $500,000 in a settlement with the Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office. They filed a lawsuit against the Sheriff's Office several years ago, accusing jail staff of violating the juvenile's constitutional rights. That juvenile had committed suicide at the now closed juvenile jail. Settlement says the child was identified as a suicide risk and placed on observation schedule, but the observations didn't happen. The family accepted the $550,000 settlement in their claims against Sheriff Gary McFadden, his office, and the officers and deputies at the Mecklenburg County Juvenile Detention Center. Chief Legal Analyst Kali Froge joins us now to talk about the settlement. You always talk about settling in certain cases, and this appears to be the fact here.
Overwhelming amount of cases get to this point. They'll start contentious. They'll start a million miles apart and even sometimes close. But at most of the time, the majority of the cases will get to settlement. Nobody wants to go to trial. You don't want to go to trial and relive these facts as the family. You don't want to go to trial and hear all your dirty laundry as the defendant. And so if you're talking about why do we settle, how do we get to a settlement, typically it's based on facts. And if you have good facts as a defense, as a plaintiff's attorney, and you filed a claim that you think is weighted.
We talked about some of those facts right there.
Right.
The observations that
juvenile,
you said they were gonna do.
failing to do observations, not checking on them timely like you're supposed to, not putting them in a special observation unit like you're supposed to. All those things that are supposed to kind of be red flags. When you see it, you're supposed to make those adjustments because you don't want something like this to happen. When you have a case like this, you go to your policy. Let me see what your policy says. Does your policy say you're supposed to observe them? Does it say you're supposed to monitor them? Okay, now I'm going to look at the tape. Does it show you on tape failing to monitor them? Does it show that you failed to supervise and observe them? Okay, now I have a strong case. So if I have a strong case, I'm going to present my case to you, and then I'll let you determine, do you believe that this is presented into a jury of your peers? Do you think they'll believe me, or do you think they'll believe you? And then obviously, if the facts are weighing on one side or the other, you either settle quick or you settle in a long time. 3 years is kind of in the middle.
And you know, this is kind of a large settlement as these type of things go, from what we understand from you. And is it those facts in this case or the factors that make that happen?
100% facts. Again, even though this is a death, it's still a negligence case. And so you're talking about, did you have a duty? I always go there. Duty, breach, causation, and damages. We start with damages. Death is the worst type of damages. We talk about duty. Do you have a duty to protect a person that's in your custody? Well, that's obvious you do. So now have you breached that duty? Well, if the person has died while you're watching them or not watching them, you have ultimately breached that duty. The hardest part with these types of lawsuits is the C one, the causation. Is it but for your failure did this person die? So even if everything else happened and then something else outside of there caused this person to die, then you would not be on the hook. When you're examining this type of case as a defense attorney, you're saying, well, we're looking at everything, but causation is probably the issue. It would have boiled down to that in this situation. I just think the evidence was overwhelming, and that's why you get to a settlement.
Yeah, and it's certainly a tragedy here when a young person loses their life on something like this. With the settlement here, does this mean that the Sheriff's Office is admitting liability?
Well, that's the other part. If you have nothing else left and you feel like, okay, I'll go to trial and we won't be successful, we're going to say that we can settle, but we're going to settle and ensure that we take no accountability. We assume no responsibility. Yes, we'll agree to your programs, and they've done that. There's a number of programs that they list in here. Most of these things is what they already should have been doing. So we'll say we'll agree to do these things. But what we won't say is that we will admit fault. So that keeps our hands clean. We won't admit any liability, but we will pay you off to make this go away. The last thing I'll say is when you're looking at these settlements, it's the cost. How much is it going to cost me to go to court? How much will it cost me to pay litigation fees, depositions, interrogatories? That entire process is lengthy. I tell clients when they talk to me, you're talking about going to court, it's an unknown amount. You can just have a blank checkbook and be ready to go.
But also one thing is that the lawyer takes a certain percentage of that. They're not getting paid until they actually do this.
And that's the risk.
Right?
And so when you take these types of cases, you're going to spend a lot up front. As the plaintiff's attorney, you're spending investigators. You're getting prepared to put as much as you can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you get that 33 1/3 or 40% sometimes, depending on your negotiated rate. So sometimes it pays off.
All right. Chief Legal Analyst Kali Froge, thanks.